Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Prashant Nandam, and as you all know, in our DevOps series, we have covered Linux most used commands, and recently we have also done with version control basic to advanced. And in this, we have covered Git, GitHub, GitLab, and how to use them in daily. Now we will cover AWS Masterclass series. As I mentioned earlier, we'll be covering AWS series in our upcoming sessions. And AWS series we will be covering total we have around 19 sessions and 2 hours of complete architecture demo. We will be deploying a 2-tier architecture and 3-tier architecture. And in our session 1 we will see basics of cloud, and in session 2 we will see software development cycle, and from session 3 we will be going deep into AWS resources. And as a part of session 1 today we will be covering what is cloud and cloud providers, cloud deployment, everything. Let's begin. Now first thing we will learn what is cloud. Just a moment. What is cloud? Now you all may have heard cloud in our day-to-day life or day-to-day activities. Now cloud is like, cloud is a word which refers to servers that are accessed over the internet. uh, and if you see, just give me a moment, we'll try to. Now this is cloud, okay, and in this cloud we can access the servers over the internet. Now let's say you are the user here. Oh, it's very big. Let's say you are a user here, and we have cloud servers here. Now what we discussed, cloud is referred to servers that are accessed over the internet. And now we will use cloud for storing data and using things like software servers on the internet instead of keeping them on your personal computer. Okay, now for suppose we have a we all have mobile phones, right? And whenever our storage increases or our storage becomes full out of space, what we'll do, we will move our pictures or any other data to the Google Drive or iCloud or OneDrive. Now what is happening here, the Google Drive photos, I mean whatever we are uploading to the drive, where it will be stored, that is stored in the cloud. Okay, now if you see, user user is here, and with the internet he can access the cloud. Okay, and he can use the services provided in the cloud. And uh, to make it more understandable way, now if your phone is out of space and you will be moving your photos to the Google Drive or OneDrive or any other, now these will be moved to Google Drive or OneDrive, but where they will be stored in the cloud. And how they are stored, we have photos, we will be saving them into the drive. Let's say drive, let's make it small one. Let's keep it here. Now drive is in cloud, and user will be accessing the services via internet which are in the cloud. And here cloud refers to the servers that are accessed over the internet, and now you are accessing the drive, which means you are accessing the cloud. And if you out when your storage is out of space, you will be moving your photos to drive. And where now when you move your photos to drive, where they are saved in the cloud, which means you are accessing a servers which are in the cloud. That's how what cloud means. Now we will see what is cloud computing. Second thing we will see cloud computing. Okay. And now cloud computing is like the practice of using network of remote servers hosted in the cloud. Now you all came to know what is cloud. Now the practice of using the network of remote servers which are hosted in the cloud is called cloud computing. That's what it is. And to make it is more simple way, cloud computing means using computing resources which are like servers, storage, database softwares through the internet on demand, which means we are here we are using the drive, which means it is a cloud computing. Why? We are using the network of remote server which is hosted in the cloud. That's what it is. Hope you understood. Using network of remote servers hosted in the cloud is cloud computing in simpler words. Okay, hope you got it. Now we come to know what is cloud. Cloud is uh, it refers to the servers that are accessed over the internet, and in other way cloud is a uh, cloud is like storing and using things like data and software applications on the internet instead of your local computer. Now the drive where it is in the cloud, and how we are accessing via internet. And what does it mean? We are accessing a server which is in the cloud. Now, what is cloud computing? The practice of using remote servers which are hosted in this cloud is called cloud computing. Okay, and we can use in this example we have seen only drive, and we can also use computing resources like servers, storage, databases through the internet, and this cloud can be accessed via internet only, through the internet. And to make it more understandable way what is cloud computing means, now you want to play a game, and instead of buying the expensive gaming PC, you rent a gaming machine online, like you in AWS or any other resources, you rent a machine and you download an application and you play the game in your remote machine instead of your local laptop. Okay, similarly companies will provide their servers over the internet, and we can rent them. We can use them by paying rent. Okay, cool. Now we come to know what is cloud computing. Now we have cloud providers. Cloud providers. Okay, cloud providers. Cloud providers. Cloud providers are the companies uh, that own huge data centers and renting computing services and rent computing services. Okay, cloud providers are like, here we have seen cloud, right? In cloud we have services, and we have services. Let me write it here. Let me see if I can make it large. Yeah, it's good now. Now we have services here. Services. In cloud we have services too. Text is black. Is there a way to change color? This is okay. Now we have services in cloud, and these services are provided by whom? We have services in cloud and these services are provided by the cloud providers. These are provided by the these are provided by the cloud providers. These services are, we have cloud, and inside cloud we have some services, and these services are provided by the cloud providers. Now, who are cloud providers? We have different type of cloud providers. Okay, the most used cloud providers are AWS, which is Amazon Web Services. We have Amazon Web Services, and then we have Azure, which is Microsoft service provided by Microsoft. We have Azure, and then we have GCP, Google Cloud Provider. We have Google Cloud Provider. Then we have Alibaba, and we also have IBM Cloud and other private clouds. But uh, AWS, Azure, and GCP are most seen and most used, I can say. Others also are used, but these are most used. I'm aware of. Like I'm aware of Azure, AWS, and GCP. These are the things I most use. Now you come to know what is cloud. Let's define again. If you see in our words, what is cloud? Cloud is like storing our data, and we have seen a drive example. When the user phone is out of space, we can move our photos to drive. And now where this drive is stored? In cloud. What is the drive? It is a service. It is in cloud. Okay. Now the practice of using services which are hosted in the cloud is called cloud computing. You also got that. Now we have cloud and we have services. And who are service providers? We have Azure, GCP, Alibaba. These are the service providers. Okay. Hope you understanding. Now we have deployment models. Okay. Now if you see, we have this services, and they also provide deployment models. Okay. These are the clouds providers, and each provider has deployment models. And what are they? They are public cloud. First one is public cloud. Public cloud. And the second one is private cloud. Private cloud. And then we have hybrid cloud. We have hybrid cloud. Okay. Cloud is having is have services, and our cloud will provide us the services, and the practice of using that services is called as cloud computing. And what are the services? We have these services are provided by the cloud providers. And who are cloud providers? AWS, Amazon Web Services, Azure, which is Microsoft, GCP is Google Cloud. And these services has deployment models. Let me make this also. Deployment models. These cloud providers has deployment models. And what are the deployment models? Public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud. Now, public cloud is like uh, it is it is for everyone. I can say like it is a server shared by many users. Now, if you see, we have seen. Let me make it simple. We have seen AWS, Azure, GCP, right? And we have seen Alibaba and I also. Now, the cloud provider will have deployment models, and the deployment model which is public cloud, which means Azure, AWS, GCP have their services shared by many users. If you create a account in this AWS or Azure or any, you will be able to access the services which are provided by them, and these services can be accessible or used by anyone who has internet access and an account. They can access them and they can use their services, which means these services are shared by many users. That is public cloud. For an example, uh, we have a public bus and anyone can buy a ticket and use. Similar way, we have an AWS or any cloud provider. We can create an account. We can use their services. That is what public cloud. And now, if you see private cloud is like used by only one organization. Used by one organization. For an example, I'm saying, or used by uh, secure. Used for more secure, I can say. Used for no, this is enough. Used by one organization. Let's make it simple. Private cloud providers are these are used by uh, one organization. Like we have we in public cloud we can see whoever has the account, they can access any services which are provided by the services provided by the cloud provider. In private cloud, only the specific person can use their services. Now, private cloud is having their resources, and only that organization or the people in that organization can only access. No other people can access. Okay. Uh, we have seen an example like Busner. Now, if you see, you have a car and only your family uses that car. That is private. Similar way, we have an organization and that organization has a private cloud, and that private cloud is used by only the people in that organization. That's it. Now, when we comes to hybrid cloud is combination of both public and private. Okay. Now, combination of both public and private. Now, in some sectors, they want some data to be publicly accessible, and in those places, they will uh, use the public cloud, and in some places, they want to restrict the access. In that scenario, they will use only private cloud. We can take bank as an example. They have some some specific resources or services allowed to use by the public, which are in the public cloud. I mean public cloud, and they do have some private resources, like they have some security reasons and security uh, servers or any other private servers or something like, and they don't want to expose it to public, so they will be having only private network or private cloud. Hope you got it. Do let me know if you have any questions in comment box after uploading this video. Cool. Hope you got it. Just a recap before we moving. We have seen what is cloud and then what is cloud computing. Just cloud is like storing the data or using the things like software and servers over the cloud. We have seen an example like drive. When our phone is out of space, we will move our photos to drive, and this drive is it is a service. Just for an example, say it as in a service which is provided by the cloud, and the process of using the service is called as cloud computing. These services are provided by the cloud providers. Cloud has services. These services are provided by cloud providers. Cloud providers are AWS, Azure, GCP. These cloud providers has deployment models: public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and we have seen what are they. These are the things we have seen. Cloud providers. Cloud providers are public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud. Cool. We have seen cloud providers as well. Now we will see cloud service models. Now we have cloud providers and deployment models. Now we will see cloud service models. Okay. Now if you see cloud service models, we have uh, three types. Before moving to that, let me give a small about cloud service model. Uh, just let me open this tag. Before that, let me write cloud service model we are seeing now. Cloud service models. Okay. We are seeing cloud service models now. And the cloud service model defines what level of service the cloud provider is offering. Okay. We have seen what is cloud, and we have seen services, and these services are provided by the cloud providers. Cloud providers has three types of deployment: public cloud, hybrid cloud, private cloud. And now they have service models. Okay. And these service models are the level of services the cloud provider is offering. These cloud providers offering the services, and what level of services they are offering. They have what level of services, I mean, what level of services the provider is offering. They are cloud service model. Okay, let's make it here. Cloud service model. What it is defines what level of service the cloud provider is offering. Cloud service models defines the level of services that the cloud provider is offering. Okay, now this is what we have. In earlier days, we have on-premises, which means everything, everything like servers, I mean OS, middleware, servers, running, storage, networking, application, everything is on the on-premises. Which means, let's say, which is in my local computer. On-premises in the sense, not in cloud. It is only in our local machines or in our particular place in our on-premises. Okay, everything can be managed by on-premises in our organization or in our on-premises. Okay, now the cloud provider is providing us three main models, service models. Okay, the cloud provider is providing three main service models. They are IaaS PaaS SaaS. They are IaaS, which is infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service. Then we have PaaS, which is platform as a service. Then we have SaaS, which is software as a service. Okay, we have cloud providers and then cloud service models, which is uh, which defines what level of services cloud provider is offering. They are of three types, which is IaaS PaaS SaaS. IaaS means infrastructure as a service, PaaS means platform as a service, SaaS means software as a service. Now, if you see here, we this is a diagram. You can verify this in the internet as well. I mean, you can search a cloud service model, then you will get more information. In IaaS, these are managed. The application data runtime middleware OS is managed by you, and virtualization servers, these are managed by the service, and these are delivered as a service. Okay, in infrastructure as a service, the this the provider is provides the virtualized hardware, which is computing resources, storage, and networks. If you see here, virtualizations, storage, network, and computing servers, these are managed by them, and we will only manage operating system and our application. We will manage. Okay, and then the provider will take care of the physical hardware and virtualization infrastructure. In IaaS, we will manage application data and OS, and the rest of the things like networking, storage, virtualization, all can be managed by the provider. And if you for an example for IaaS, we have discussed about AWS, right? In AWS, we have EC2, which is a virtual machine, and in Azure, we call it as a VM that can be taken as a IaaS, where you will be choosing OS and data application, all can be managed by you, and the storage, service, networking are provided by the server, provided by the provider. We can consider that as an example. And when it comes to PaaS, which is platform as a service, uh, it will platform where you can build and deploy applications without worrying about underlying systems. Okay, now if you see here, application and data is managed by you, and rest of the things like OS, runtime, servers, storage, everything can be managed by the provider, and these are delivered as a service. In IaaS, virtualization service, these are delivered as a service. You will manage the above things. In PaaS, application and data are managed by you, and rest of the things like OS, server, storage, networking, runtime, everything can be delivered as a service and managed by the provider. I can say like instead of manage, I can say like it is delivered as a service by the provider. And then we have software as a service. In software as a service, it will provide a fully managed software application over the internet. You interact with the software, and it's like you interact directly with the software. No need to manage infrastructure or platform. If you see, for an example, we have Gmail. We just install Gmail application. We will log in, and then we will use everything like sending email, receiving email, deleting emails, everything. Now we are getting Gmail as a SaaS product, software as a service, and we are using it. And what application data, everything can be managed by the provider, and it is delivered as a service. That's how it is. Hope you understood. This is what they are. And then what else we have for today? That's it from my end. We have seen what is cloud, cloud computing, cloud providers, cloud service. Cool. By this, we'll conclude for today. And in our tomorrow's session or our in our next session, we will see most important topic, which is software development lifecycle. Then we have waterfall model and agile methodology. These are most important topics we'll be covering in our next session. Hope you understood the lecture. If you have any doubts or something like, you can always feel free to drop a comment. And again, I'll be creating a folders with readme.md and the contents which we are discussing in the each folder. Like today we have covered session 1. I have created a session 1 folder and I updated the uh, topics which we discussed today in readme.md. Cool. That's it from my end. And I request you all to subscribe and share this channel to the to your friends or someone who is interested in learning DevOps. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in next class. Thank you.